Empowered by their success in Kansas and Michigan this past fall, abortion activists are now in South Dakota. They're in your state, pushing for an amendment to the state's constitution that would create extreme abortion laws throughout the entire state. Now, South Dakota is one of the most pro-life states in the nation, but this constitutional amendment that they're seeking is both confusing and vague. Should not be surprising. They're always deceptive. But this would empower unelected judges rather than the voters to decide future decisions on the issue of the sanctity of life. But an effort is underway to educate voters on just how extreme and deceptive this measure is, in hopes that the initiative will fail to achieve the signatures necessary to place it on the ballot next year. Joining me now to discuss this and more, South Dakota State Representative Jon Hansen. He's the co-founder of the Life Defense Fund. Opposing this amendment, he represents the 25th District of South Dakota. Representative Hansen, welcome to Washington Watch.
Hey, Tony, it's great to be with you. I really appreciate it.
Well, just explain first how extreme this amendment would be, what they're trying to do, and how you and others are going to stop it.
Yeah, well, it is definitely about as extreme as you can possibly imagine. If this abortion amendment were to be placed into our state constitution, which, by the way, they're trying to put it into our state constitution where, it's not exactly easy to unwind in the future. The measure would legalize abortion all the way from conception to the point of birth. Not only that, it would override all of our existing pro-life laws that we've worked so hard to put into place over the last 49 years. Things like conscience protections for medical professionals, prohibitions on taxpayer funding of abortions, protections so that mothers can't be coerced into having abortions against their will. Those things that really, in a lot of ways, are very agreeable and bipartisan. Even those sorts of measures would be overridden by this constitutional amendment. That's how crazy radical this is.
John, that includes even like parental notification laws, right?
Exactly right. Even parental notification laws are overridden by this constitutional amendment.
Wow. And so, emboldened by what they did in Michigan and elsewhere, they're trying to do this in South Dakota because they think if they can do it in South Dakota, they can do it anywhere in America.
Exactly right. South Dakota is a red state. We've got super majorities in the legislature. The Republican Party has every statewide elected office. And, the left has said that they are going to be going into these red states to try to put abortion up to birth into their state constitutions. And if we do nothing, then these extreme measures are going to spread across this country like wildfire. And that's why in South Dakota, we must draw the fire line. We must be the place where these extreme abortion initiatives go to meet their downfall.
Okay. All right. Listen up. All the folks in South Dakota, John's going to tell you what you need to do. All right. Jon, tell us, what are the marching orders for the pro-life citizens of South Dakota?
Thanks, Tony. If everybody could go to lifedefensefund.com. That's lifedefensefund.com. That's an organization that I co-founded with a longtime pro-life advocate named Leslie Unruh. That's really going to lead the way to stop this abortion amendment from being written into our state constitution. So at lifedefensefund.com, you can learn all about what's happening. Importantly, you can sign up to learn more about how to help in the state. And you can also donate at lifedefensefund.com. Undoubtedly, if this measure is placed onto our ballot, millions of dollars in out-of-state money is going to flow to try to put this into our constitution, into the state of South Dakota. And so we need your help. Please sign up to volunteer. Please donate at lifedefensefund.com.
And Jon, one way to help bring this to an early demise is when someone knocks on your door wanting you to sign the petition to put this on the ballot, refuse to sign when you are asked to sign about this amendment. Is that correct?
That's right. That's our main focus right now. We want to educate the public, and part of signing up to volunteer is we'll give you resources to share with all your friends, your churches, your community groups across the state to encourage people to decline to sign this radical abortion amendment. That's really the message that we want to get out there right now, is when you're approached by these people, and we've had people approached by these petition circulators, and they call their measure pro-life
Right.
and pro-family.
Oh,
So
they're
they're very
deceptive?
deceptive.
They're deceptive?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Big
I'm
surprise.
shocked. I'm shocked that those that
Right.
would kill babies in the womb are deceptive. All right, John, very quickly, we just got about a minute left, but some good news. The governor there signing a piece of legislation that will protect teenagers from these radical surgical procedures in the transgender craze that's taking the nation, something we've been working on for years there in South Dakota. Tell us about it very quickly.
Yeah, that's right. Here in South Dakota, we worked very hard to pass a bill called House Bill 1080, the Help Not Harm Bill. And great news, just moments ago, the governor of the state, Kristi Noem, signed that bill. And so now we can focus on getting these children that are suffering with gender dysphoria the mental health care that they truly need and not permanent bodily mutilation. So it's a good day in South Dakota for young children. Help Not Harm has officially been signed into law.
All right, John, thanks so much for joining us today. Keep up the good work. We appreciate your leadership there in South Dakota.
Thank you, Tony. Really appreciate it.